Welcome back, coin lovers. Today, we're diving into the world of America's second President John Adams and the legendary John Adams $1 coin. This is not just spare change. This is history in your hands. Some of these coins hide rare errors, shocking details, and values that can surprise even expert collectors. Let's get started. When people hear the name John Adams and see dramatic headlines about 1797 to 1801 $1 coins worth millions, curiosity instantly explodes. The idea that an ordinary-looking American coin could secretly carry life-changing value is irresistible. But here is where the story becomes truly fascinating. The real value of John Adams-era coins is not just about money. It is about history, rarity, survival, and myth. During Adams' presidency from 1797 to 1801, the United States was still young, fragile, and experimenting with its identity. And the coins connected to that era were struck in extremely small numbers under difficult conditions, using primitive minting technology that makes each surviving example a historical miracle. One very important truth must be understood to appreciate these coins properly. There were no John Adams $1 coins minted with his portrait during his lifetime. The United States did not place presidents on coins at that time because early Americans feared monarchy and hero worship. Instead, the $1 coins circulating during Adams' presidency were the famous draped bust silver dollars, featuring Lady Liberty on the front and a heraldic eagle on the back. These coins were not mass-produced like modern money. They were handcrafted pieces of silver, struck with uneven pressure, often weak details, and many were melted down or lost forever, which is why genuine survivors today are extremely rare and immensely valuable. What makes draped bust dollars from 1797 to 1801 so desirable is the combination of low mintage and brutal survival rates. In some years, only a few 100,000 were minted, and from those, only a tiny fraction still exist today in collectible condition. High-grade examples can sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars. And in extraordinary cases, over $1 million at major auctions. Coins with unique die varieties, dramatic errors, or exceptional preservation rise into legendary status, becoming centerpieces of elite collections owned by museums and billionaire collectors who compete fiercely to own them. Now, confusion often arises because there is a modern John Adams presidential $1 coin, released in 2007 as part of the Presidential Dollar Coin Program. This coin features John Adams' portrait and honors his legacy, but it is not rare by default. Millions were minted, and most are worth face value unless they have unusual minting errors, missing edge lettering, or flawless proof finishes. The massive difference between these modern coins and Adams-era silver dollars shows why understanding history is essential before believing sensational claims about instant wealth. Still, the dream of hidden treasure persists because rare coins truly do surface in unexpected places. Families discover old silver dollars tucked into forgotten boxes, inherited collections, or antique furniture. When such coins date back to the late 1700s and early 1800s, especially from the Adams presidency period, experts immediately pay attention. The value explodes if the coin remains uncleaned, untouched, and naturally aged, because originality is sacred in the coin world. A single careless cleaning can erase hundreds of thousands of dollars in value, turning a historic treasure into a damaged relic. What truly separates ordinary coins from life-changing ones is condition and authenticity. Two coins from the same year can have radically different prices. One worn smooth by centuries of handling may be worth a few $1,000s, while another, with sharp details and glowing surfaces, can reach astonishing figures. This is why professional grading is critical. Experts study metal composition, strike quality, die alignment, and microscopic details invisible to the naked eye. These tiny differences are where fortunes are made or lost. The reason, rare. USA coins captivate the imagination is because they represent survival against time. Wars, economic collapses, melting, theft, and neglect destroyed most early American coins. Each surviving draped bust dollar from the John Adams era is not just money. It is a witness to history, a silent observer of a nation finding its footing. That emotional weight drives demand far beyond silver content, transforming small metal discs into objects worth more than luxury homes. So if you own any old USA coins, especially heavy silver dollars from the late 1700s or early 1800s, never rush to spend or sell them casually. The true value of these coins lies in knowledge, patience, and verification. While not every old coin will make you a millionaire, the few that do are powerful reminders that history can still hide extraordinary wealth in plain sight. One genuine survivor from the John Adams era, preserved by chance and recognized by experts, can indeed rewrite a family's future forever. John Adams was not a flashy man, and neither was the era he helped shape. As the second president of the United States, serving from 1797 to 1801, Adams stood at the crossroads of a young nation struggling to survive. The John Adams dollar coin represents intellect, resistance, diplomacy, and sacrifice. When you hold this coin, you are holding the spirit of a man who helped give birth to a nation before it even understood what power truly was. The presidential one. Dollar coin program was created to honor America's leaders in the order they served. And John Adams appeared as the second coin in the series. His portrait is bold, serious, and unmistakable, reflecting his personality and firm beliefs. Unlike modern, flashy designs, this coin carries a quiet authority that commands respect, especially among collectors who understand what it's stay. What immediately captures attention is the edge lettering on the John Adams dollar. Instead of text on the front or back, important inscriptions like the year, mint mark, and the powerful phrase, "In God We Trust," were engraved on the edge. This unusual feature created excitement, confusion, and most importantly, opportunity. Some coins left the mint without this edge lettering, and that single mistake changed everything. Coins missing edge lettering became instant legends. These error coins sparked headlines, panic searches, and massive public interest. People suddenly checked their change, desk drawers, and old jars, hoping to discover a coin worth far more than $1. For collectors, these errors were proof that even modern coins can hide astonishing surprises. Beyond missing lettering, some John Adams coins showed doubled edges, weak strikes, or misaligned inscriptions. These small imperfections may look insignificant to an untrained eye, but in the world of numismatics, they can transform an ordinary coin into a prized collectible. Value is born where rarity and demand collide. Condition plays a massive role in the value of John Adams dollar coins. Coins that have never circulated, never been scratched, and never touched by careless hands shine with a brilliance collectors crave. These pristine examples feel almost frozen in time, as if they were sealed away moments after leaving the mint. Proof versions of the John Adams coin elevate the story even further. With mirror-like surfaces and razor-sharp details, proof coins were made specifically for collectors. They were never meant for everyday use, which makes them more desirable and more valuable, especially when preserved in flawless condition. Collectors often overlook how emotion fuels coin values. The John Adams dollar connects to a president who defended independence, survived political attacks, and shaped early American diplomacy. That emotional weight gives the coin meaning beyond its material. And meaning is what drives serious money. Another fascinating element is how public misunderstanding adds mystery. Many people believe all John Adams coins are rare, while others think none are valuable. The truth lives in the middle, where knowledge separates the lucky from the unaware. Those who learn what to look for gain an advantage that most people never realize. Coins from the presidential series also mark a turning point in U.S. minting philosophy. They were an experiment to revive interest in dollar coins, blending history with modern circulation. The John Adams coin stands as a symbol of that experiment, successful in spirit. Even if not in daily use, collectors today hunt for specific mint marks, especially coins from Philadelphia and Denver, studying subtle differences that influence desirability. These small letters can make a big difference, turning common finds into sought-after pieces. Storage matters more than most people realize. Coins tossed into drawers suffer invisible damage over time. Oils, moisture, and friction slowly erase value. A well-preserved John Adams coin tells a story of care, patience, and respect for history. One of the greatest mistakes people make is cleaning coins. A shiny surface may look appealing, but to collectors, cleaning destroys authenticity. A naturally aged coin, untouched and original, always carries more respect and value than a polished one. The John Adams coin also symbolizes the idea that modern coins can still become future rarities. What seems common today may become scarce tomorrow as coins are lost, damaged, or forgotten. History has proven this pattern again and again. This is why long-term collectors quietly save pristine examples, waiting years or even decades for demand to rise. Coin collecting rewards patience, not haste. Another powerful factor is storytelling. When a coin carries a strong narrative, it becomes more than currency. The John Adams dollar tells a story of independence, resilience, and early American identity. Some collectors pursue complete presidential sets, while others focus only on standout figures like John Adams. His role in shaping America ensures permanent historical relevance. Auction excitement often fuels rising interest. When rare era coins sell publicly, curiosity explodes, drawing new collectors into the market. Every headline creates new demand. Education is the true treasure in coin collecting. Those who study minting methods, errors, and history gain confidence and clarity. Knowledge transforms guessing into strategy. Coins like the John Adams dollar remind us that value is not always obvious. Sometimes it hides quietly, waiting for someone curious enough to notice. The thrill of discovery is what keeps collectors searching. The idea that a simple coin could carry unexpected worth sparks excitement unlike anything else. Every John Adams coin has traveled a journey, passed through hands, pockets, and time. Each scratch tells a story. Each untouched surface preserves one. Collectors often say coins are time machines. The John Adams dollar transports us back to a nation finding its voice, its strength, and its future, even if a coin never reaches extraordinary value. Owning history has a reward of its own. Pride, knowledge, and connection to the past are priceless as interest in American history continues to grow. Presidential coins gain renewed attention. The John Adams dollar stands firm as one of the most meaningful in the series. This coin reminds us that leadership leaves marks not only in books, but in metal carried quietly through generations. So when you see a John Adams $1 coin, don't dismiss it as ordinary. Look closer. History often hides in plain sight. The real power of this coin lies not just in money, but in meaning. And meaning is what turns simple objects into lifelong passions. In the end, the John Adams presidential dollar teaches one unforgettable lesson. Sometimes, the smallest things carry the greatest stories. Those stories can last forever. The story of the John Adams presidential $1 coin does not end with its medal, its portrait, or its minting year. It continues through the hands of collectors, historians, and everyday people who unknowingly carry pieces of national memory in their pockets. Every time this coin changes hands, It carries forward the legacy of a man who believed that liberty must be protected by law, wisdom, and courage, even when it comes at a personal cost. John Adams was a president who never chased popularity, and that spirit is reflected in this coin. His serious expression is not accidental. It mirrors a leader who made difficult decisions in a divided nation. When collectors look at this coin, they don't just see currency, they see integrity, stubborn independence, and the burden of leadership during America's most fragile years. What makes this coin especially fascinating is how it bridges two worlds, the modern minting era and the ancient soul of early American ideals. Though struck with advanced machinery, its purpose is deeply historical. It reminds people that the foundations of the United States were built by imperfect humans making extraordinary sacrifices. Over time, interest in presidential coins rises and falls. But John Adams remains consistently respected. His role in independence, diplomacy, and governance ensures that his name never fades. Coins connected to enduring figures tend to hold collector interest far longer than those tied to fleeting fame. Many collectors quietly believe that future generations will rediscover presidential dollar coins with renewed passion. As fewer people use physical cash, surviving coins may become scarcer. What feels common today could feel rare tomorrow, especially in high-quality condition. The emotional connection people feel when finding a John Adams coin often sparks the beginning of a collecting journey. One coin leads to curiosity. Curiosity leads to learning, and learning leads to appreciation. This transformation is at the heart of numismatics. Another layer of fascination comes from generational storytelling. Parents pass coins to children, grandparents share their knowledge, and suddenly a small dollar coin becomes a family artifact. These emotional bonds elevate coins beyond monetary value. Collectors often speak about coin intuition, a feeling that tells you a piece matters. The John Adams dollar has that quiet presence. It doesn't shout wealth. It whispers significance, which is often far more powerful as time moves forward. Modern coins will represent our era just as ancient coins represent theirs. The John Adams coin is part of that timeline, marking how America chose to honor its leaders at the dawn of the 21st century. The coin also reflects national values. Liberty, trust, and governance are not just words. They are ideals embedded into the coin's very existence. That symbolism resonates deeply with those who understand history. Some collectors pursue perfection, while others cherish wear and age. A circulated John Adams coin shows that history has touched it, that it has lived a life. Both pristine and worn examples have their own appeal. Markets may rise and fall, but historical significance remains steady. Coins connected to foundational figures rarely lose relevance, even if trends shift. John Adams belongs permanently in the American story. The mystery of coin errors continues to fuel imagination. Even years after minting, people still check edge lettering and surfaces, hoping to discover something unusual. That hope keeps interest alive. Coins also teach patience. True value often reveals itself slowly over years or decades. The John Adams dollar reminds collectors that time is an ally, not an enemy. In a digital age, physical coins feel increasingly special. Holding a John Adams coin is a tactile reminder that history once moved hand to hand. Not screen to screen. Museums, private collections, and personal safes all hold versions of this coin, each with a different story. Together, they form a silent archive of modern American memory. The legacy of John Adams is one of reason, law, and endurance. His coin reflects that calm strength, standing firm while trends come and go. Collectors often say that coins choose their owners. When someone feels drawn to the John Adams dollar, it's usually because its story resonates with them personally. As new collectors enter the hobby, presidential coins often become their gateway. John Adams as the second president naturally becomes an early focal point in the end. The John Adams presidential $1 coin is not about instant riches. It is about connection to history, leadership, and the idea that even small objects can carry enormous meaning through time.